Have you ever looked at Johnny Depp and wondered what his life actually looks like in 2025? Because honestly, the internet throws so many rumors around that it's hard to know what's real anymore. And when the truth finally comes out, it's always more surprising, more interesting, and sometimes way more inspiring than the stories people make up. Today, we're going to walk through his entire 2025 lifestyle. His new relationship energy, his upcoming projects, where he's living, what he's driving, and even his net worth. By the end, you'll probably see him in a totally different way. And before we get into it, let me ask you something. Have you ever imagined a celebrity's life to be huge and dramatic, and then found out they actually live quietly, simply, almost like the rest of us? That's exactly the kind of twist we're talking about today. So stick with me till the end, because there's a reveal about Johnny's future that might actually surprise you. Let's start with the question everyone is curious about, his relationship life in 2025. It's always the biggest topic, right? People assume, people guess, people create stories, but the real situation is much calmer. Johnny isn't interested in loud, flashy Hollywood romances anymore. He's keeping his circle very small and private. And yes, there is someone he's been spending time with. Someone creative. Someone low-key. Someone who doesn't live for the spotlight. It's the kind of connection that brings peace rather than drama. And honestly, at this stage of his life, that seems to be exactly what he wants: peace, trust, and a partner who understands his artistic world. Now, when it comes to his daily lifestyle, it's nothing like the chaotic Hollywood image people imagine. Picture this. Instead of jumping between huge parties or red carpets, he's spending most of his time in places that feel calm and personal. He moves between Europe and the US, choosing spaces that make him feel grounded. These are warm, artistic homes filled with old guitars, paintbrushes, canvases, dim lighting, quiet corners, and books stacked everywhere. It's not about showing off. It's about having a sanctuary where he can breathe and create. This is the Johnny who paints late at night, who writes ideas on scrap paper, who sits in silence with music playing in the background. It's less Hollywood superstar and more artist living his truth. Now let's talk cars, because people love this part. In 2025, his car collection feels a lot like his personality, a mix of classic charm and practical comfort. He still owns those vintage beauties that collectors dream about. The ones with character. The ones that feel alive when you drive them. But he's also using more comfortable and reliable cars now, vehicles that make long-distance travel easier when he's going from one project to another. He's not chasing super flashy sports cars or trying to impress anyone. He's choosing cars that feel personal, familiar, and somehow, him. Speaking of projects, this is where things get really interesting. His upcoming lineup is strong, maybe the strongest he's had in years. Johnny is choosing projects that let him be creative without studio pressure. He's leaning into independent films, artistic collaborations, music performances, and experimental projects that give him freedom. He wants to make stories that matter. Stories that come from the heart, not from Hollywood politics. This focus on authenticity is a big reason fans are reconnecting with him. He looks healthier, happier, and more in control of his career than he has in a long time. But let's break a myth that keeps floating around. People assume Johnny lost everything. They say he burned through his money. They say he's struggling. But the truth? He rebuilt smarter. His net worth in 2025 is stronger than people think. Between new film deals, independent partnerships, art sales, and his peaceful lifestyle, he's doing well, better than most rumors suggest. He's not living for luxury anymore. He's living for stability, comfort, and creativity. Here's something interesting that people close to him often say: artistic people don't just need money or fame, they need the right environment. And that's what Johnny has finally created for himself. A life where he can breathe, think, create, and just be human again. His team pushes him to stay authentic, avoid noise, and choose work that feeds his soul. That shift alone has changed his energy in a big way. And honestly, there's a lesson here for all of us. Johnny's life in 2025 shows that peace matters more than approval. Small circles matter more than big crowds. And rebuilding yourself quietly is sometimes more powerful than making a big comeback. He proves you don't have to shout to grow. You can heal quietly. You can rebuild in silence. And you can still come back stronger than anyone expected. So now I want to know your thoughts. What part of Johnny's lifestyle surprised you the most? His calmer love life? His relaxed homes? His upcoming projects? Or the fact that his net worth is bouncing back way better than people believe? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing what you guys think. And if you want to go deeper into his artistic transformation and how it completely changed his career direction, make sure to watch the next video right after this one. Before you go, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe so you never miss any new updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.